Subtle, unsettling tremors begin to whisper through the city's ancient industrial heartland. Unsettling peace. Deep beneath the sprawling concrete, a low, guttural rumble vibrates, a sound unheard by most. These minor quakes ripple outwards, a phantom tied through the steel skeletons of forgotten factories. Unseen, unheard by human ears. Digital networks scream warnings across global financial systems. Insurance algorithms spike violently, predicting immense structural failures long before any physical shake manifests. The silent data streams paint a grim picture, mapping future fractures in the very earth beneath them. Panic begins to stir in the cold, calculated heart of corporate mainframes. A digital premonition of disaster. The crew, alerted by these impossible data spikes, mobilizes toward the city's forgotten eastern fringe. Their specialized sensors detect anomalous energy signatures emanating from an abandoned limestone quarry. A dense, oppressive silence hangs over the quarry's jagged cliffs, a heavy cloak suppressing all sound. The air tastes of ancient dust and ozone, hinting at power long dormant, now stirring from its slumber. Deep within the quarry's scarred maw, a colossal form lies embedded, a secret held by the very stone. This is the Quarry Giant, a titan not built, but seemingly grown from the earth itself, fused to bedrock. Its massive, craggy body merges seamlessly with the surrounding rock, an indistinguishable part of the mountain. Jagged obsidian plates form its hide, scarred by millennia of subterranean pressure and forgotten battles. Veins of raw, unrefined, or pulse faintly beneath its stony surface, hinting at an inner, dark luminescence. Ancient glyphs, carved by a forgotten civilization, adorn its vast frame, whispering forgotten purposes. Its immense, dormant eyes, like twin caverns, stare blankly into the oppressive, dusty gloom of the quarry. The sheer scale of the behemoth overwhelms them, dwarfing their advanced vehicles to mere specks of dust. Its posture suggests an eternal slumber, a guardian perpetually awaiting a signal from the deep earth. The crew approaches with cautious reverence, their footsteps echoing softly against the quarry's cold stone. Their instruments shriek, overwhelmed by the raw, untamed energies radiating from the Titan's core. This Frame 3 is unlike any they have seen, an organic extension of the planet's very geology. A chilling realization dawns. This Titan is not merely buried. It is a fundamental part of the bedrock itself. Removing it now, even attempting to dislodge its colossal form, risks a catastrophic geological collapse. The entire quarry, perhaps even the surrounding districts, could crumble into a chasm of their own making. A terrible tremor shakes the ground, a warning from the Titan. A deep, resonant hum vibrates through the air. Dust rains from the high cliffs, obscuring their vision, adding to the oppressive atmosphere of dread. The air grows heavy with unseen pressure, an ancient presence asserting its silent, undeniable will. They realize this Titan is not a weapon to be wielded, but a vital, living organ of the planet itself. Its purpose feels primal, a deep-seated function within the Earth's restless, churning heart. The crew scrambles for data, trying to understand the implications of disturbing such a monumental entity. Holographic projections map the Titan's entanglement, revealing its roots delve impossibly deep into the crust. Every seismic fault line in the region seems to converge upon its massive, stony, unmoving form. It acts as a linchpin, a silent, titanic anchor, preventing the very ground from tearing itself apart. Their initial excitement gives way to a profound, unsettling fear of the unknown power they have disturbed. The Titan's energy pulses irregularly, mirroring the sporadic, minor quakes shaking the distant city. Its dormant state feels like a fragile peace, a momentary lull before an inevitable, devastating awakening. They scan ancient geological strata, finding evidence of its presence for untold epochs, a timeless sentinel. The quarry itself appears sculpted around it, an unintentional monument to its immense, silent power. One crew member touches the Titan's rough hide, feeling an electric charge, a deep thrumming pulse. A faint, internal light flickers deep within the Titan's obsidian eyes, a momentary spark of awareness. The ground beneath them shifts subtly, a warning, a gentle yet firm rejection of their intrusive presence. Ancient dust motes dance in the faint light, disturbed by the Titan's low, almost imperceptible vibration. The air grows colder, a deep chill seeping from the Titan's stone-cold, colossal, imposing form. They retreat cautiously, analyzing the data, the immense problem looming before their desperate eyes. The choice is stark. Risk catastrophic collapse by attempting removal, or face worsening instability. The city beyond remains oblivious to the titanic force slumbering beneath its fragile, modern foundations. Its citizens sleep, unaware of the cosmic balancing act playing out in the quarry's desolate depths. Its leader, a woman named Anya, feels the immense weight of this impossible, terrifying decision. Her face is etched with profound concern, the burden of millions resting upon her weary, troubled shoulders. The Titan's presence feels like a judgment, a silent, ancient question posed to their modern, frail existence. They establish a perimeter. Knowing this, Discovery changes everything they understood about these frames. This is not a machine to be piloted, but a geological engine, a fundamental force of planetary order. Its existence challenges their very definition of a Titan, blurring lines between technology and nature. The sky above darkens, mirroring their somber mood. Heavy clouds gathering ominously above the quarry. A distant rumble of thunder echoes the Titan's deep hum, a symphony of raw, untamed, planetary power. The wind whips through the quarry, carrying whispers of ancient secrets, of a world predating humanity. They realize the system is far older, more intricate than their corporate benefactors ever dared reveal. The quarry walls seem to lean inward, a silent, stony embrace, holding the giant in its eternal grip. Every crevice, every fissure in the rock face seems to hum with a latent, barely contained energy. The Titan's vast silhouette against the darkening sky is a monument to a terrifying, ancient purpose. Its stony gaze, though unseeing, seems to penetrate their very souls, demanding an impossible choice. The ground shudders again, more intensely this time, sending small rocks tumbling from the cliffs above. Anya's comes crackle with increasingly desperate reports of escalating seismic activity across the city. The minor tremors are no longer minor. Buildings are cracking. Infrastructure groans under new stress. The corporation demands immediate action, yet offers no viable solution for this unprecedented situation. They are trapped between a geological catastrophe and the unknown consequences of awakening the giant. The Titan itself seems to emit a low, resonant frequency. A call, a plea, or perhaps a rising demand. Its sheer mass distorts local gravity fields, causing their instruments to wildly fluctuate. Then, the air around the Titan shimmers faintly, a visible distortion of light, hinting at immense, contained power. They observe subtle shifts in the quarry's rock face, tiny movements indicating immense internal strain. The Titan's surface shows new, almost imperceptible cracks, spreading like ancient, slow-growing These fissures glow with a faint, internal luminescence, a silent warning of impending, massive changes. The crew understands the Titan is already reacting to the planet's growing instability, even in slumber. It is a living barometer, a geological pressure valve, now nearing its critical, crucial breaking point. The decision weighs heavily, a burden of life and death, of cities preserved or tragically destroyed. Anya stares at the giant, her heart pounding with a mixture of awe, terror, and profound, crushing responsibility. The ancient system demands completion, a ritual of balance, and this Titan is a crucial, unyielding position. Its silent, stony presence questions their right to interfere with such a fundamental planetary process. The very Earth seems to hold its breath, awaiting their choice, the monumental decision hanging in the air. The wind carries a faint, metallic scent, like iron or bleeding from the Titan's deep, stony wounds. They know awakening. It will reshape the ground permanently, irrevocably altering the city's very foundations. Yet, leaving it dormant guarantees the worsening instability, a slow, agonizing demise for millions. The Titan's low hum intensifies, a deep, resonant chord vibrating through the very bones of the earth. Its obsidian plates begin to separate, grinding slowly, revealing glowing fissures of molten, raw energy. A deep groan echoes from the Titan's core, an ancient sound of awakening, of immense, growing effort. The ground beneath them shifts violently, a massive jolt throwing crew members to the dusty, cold ground. The Quarry Giant begins to stir, its colossal form, slowly, painfully, tearing itself from the bedrock's grasp. A monstrous, unseen force pulls at the Earth's fabric as the Titan begins its slow, arduous awakening. Cracks spiderweb across the quarry walls as the giant's ancient, stony limbs begin to slowly extend. Dust billows upwards in vast, choking clouds, obscuring the colossal Titans. Agonizing, slow emergence. Its obsidian eyes, once dull and blank, now glow with an internal, molten, orange-haired luminescence. The Titan emits a powerful rezol, nan-tora-ar, a sound that shakes the very air, vibrating through their bones. This is not an attack, but a primeval declaration, a deep earth call to planetary, geological order. It's enormous! Stone-clad fists slowly clench, grinding ancient bedrock into fine shimmering dust particles. The ground heaves and groans, resisting the Titan's immense strength. Its fundamental, raw power. Anya watches, horrified, as the Titan's head slowly lifts, revealing intricate, glowing runic patterns. These glyphs pulse with an intense, raw energy, mapping the Earth's hidden fault lines, now exposed. The Titan is not fully awakening. It moves only enough to stabilize the most critical, threatened faults. Its motions are deliberate, agonizingly slow, each colossal shift sending shockwaves through the region. One immense leg pivots, grinding against the quarry floor, causing a nearby cliff face to crumble. The air crackles with released telluric energy, a raw, untamed power emanating from the Titan's core. They see the ground itself visibly rippling, like a disturbed ocean responding to the Titan's will. Mountains in the distance appear to breathe, their ancient peaks rising and falling with slow, deliberate rhythm. The Titan's actions are precise, terrifyingly effective, targeting specific zones of intense geological stress. A massive, glowing energy surge erupts from its chest, burrowing deep into the Earth's churning mantle. This energy acts as a colossal, invisible brace, shoring up, weakening tectonic plates far below. The minor quakes in the city begin to subside, replaced by the Titan's powerful, rhythmic, stabilizing pulses. But the cost is immediate, devastatingly clear, as the Titan continues its monumental, geological work. Entire sections of the quarry collapse inward, consumed by the Earth's raw, reforming power. The crew watches in stunned silence, helpless witnesses to this terrifying, planetary, There comes now, relay desperate. Panicked reports from districts experiencing localized, sudden ground shifts. Buildings groan, then tear apart as the Earth beneath them violently, suddenly, reconfigures itself. The Titan's intent is clear. Sacrifice the few to save the many. A cold, unyielding, ancient calculus. Its massive, glowing arms extend, pushing against unseen boundaries, reshaping the very landscape. The sky above turns a sickly, bruised purple, reflecting the raw, untamed energies unleashed below. Lightning flashes across the horizon, not from a storm, but from the Titan's immense electrical output. The Earth trembles not with fear, but with a profound, almost primal groan of immense, ancient effort. Anya feels a deep soul-shaken dread, witnessing a force beyond human comprehension, beyond their control. The Titan is a surgeon, brutally excising the planet's weaknesses, indifferent to the lives above ground. Its movements are not graceful, but powerful, a grinding, tearing force, reshaping the very crust. The Quarry Giant is not a protector of humanity, but a guardian of the planet's fundamental, brutal order. Its roaring subsides into a deep, resonant hum, a sound of immense, continuous, planetary work. The air tastes of pulverized rock and ozone, a harsh reminder of the Titan's destructive, creative power. They see ancient layers of rock exposed, thrust upwards by the Titan's immense geological force. New fissures open, glowing with internal light, like wounds on the planet's reforming, scarred surface. The Titan's purpose is undeniable, a machine designed for geological correction, no matter the cost. Its massive, glowing core pulses with a steady, rhythmic beat, a planetary heart now working overtime. The ground around the quarry visibly rises in some areas, sinking dramatically in others. A new topography. The crew can only observe, their advanced technology rendered useless against such raw, elemental power. Their very understanding of the planet, of their place upon it, shatters under this immense, brutal display. The Titan's eyes glow brighter, focused inward, sensing the Earth's deep, intricate internal structures. It is a living compass, a geological diviner, seeking out the planet's most vulnerable, weak points. Its slow, deliberate movements continue, each shift a testament to its singular, unyielding purpose. The crew receives frantic updates. Entire blocks of the city are being evacuated under duress. The Titan's stabilization efforts are causing localized destruction, a brutal, unavoidable side effect. The air grows thick with the dust of crumbling structures, carried on winds born of geological upheaval. A chilling realization settles upon Anya. This Titan isn't choosing. It is simply fulfilling its ancient function. It acts without malice, without mercy. Merely a mechanism, completing a designed planetary ritual. The vastness of its task, the sheer scale of its power, dwarfs all human ambition, all human suffering. The Titan's form, once fused with bedrock, now stands partially free, a monumental, living sculpture. Its colossal shadow stretches across the devastated landscape, a dark omen of what is yet to come. The ground beneath their feet vibrates constantly, a low thrumming sound, a steady, planetary heartbeat. They witness sections of the city's outskirts visibly distorting, twisting under unseen, immense pressure. The Titan's glowing runes flash with increased intensity, processing unimaginable geological calculations. Its ancient, stony face remains impassive, a mask of unyielding purpose, devoid of any human emotion. The crew feels a profound sense of helplessness, their technology insignificant against this primal force. The system, they realize, demands completion, regardless of the lives caught in its cold, brutal gears. This Titan is not a weapon, but a position, a necessary cog in a vast, ancient, planetary mechanism. The mountains continue, their slow, silent breathing, their ancient forms reshaped by the Titan's will. New valleys form, old hills flatten, a landscape reborn through immense, destructive, creative power. The sky above the quarry remains bruised, a constant reminder of the raw, unleashed, elemental force. Anya sees the faces of the displaced, the suffering in her mind's eye, a heavy, moral, unbearable weight. The Titan's work is far from over. Its slow, deliberate movements indicate a continuing, profound task. Its immense, glowing hands press against the earth, molding, shaping, reforming the planet's surface. The ground groans in protest. A symphony of destruction and creation, echoing across the vast, empty quarry. The air is thick with dust and the acrid smell of pulverized rock, a testament to its immense power. They observe geological strata shifting, revealing ancient, buried secrets of the Earth's deep past. The Titan seems to hum a low, ancient song, a lullaby of creation, a dirge of destruction, all at once. Its immense, stony body glows with internal energy, radiating heat, a living, planetary furnace. The crew's instruments, once flatlined, now flicker with erratic, incomprehensible data streams. They are recording the birth of a new topography, etched by the Titan's unyielding, powerful will. The city's distant skyline shimmers, distorted by the rising heat, by the immense, ongoing geological upheaval. Anya knows this is only the beginning, a prelude to further, terrifying revelations about these frames. The Titan's purpose is not to save humanity, but to maintain the planet's inherent, brutal, fundamental balance. Its awakening is a consequence, a necessary evil, a predetermined step in the system's vast, ancient design. The ground beneath them feels alive, a conscious entity responding to the Titan's powerful, guiding touch. The crew exchanges grim glances, understanding the true horror of their situation. The scale of this ritual. This titan is a force of nature, an elemental deity bound by an ancient, unyielding, planetary imperative. Its eyes, glowing like twin suns, scan the horizon, assessing the impact of its monumental, ongoing work. The air itself feels charged with anticipation, a heavy stillness before new, profound revelation. The titan lets out a deep, final groan, a sound of immense effort, of temporary, brutal completion. Its movements slow, then cease. Its massive body, now a new, permanent feature of the altered landscape. The intense energy surges diminish, leaving behind a profound, unsettling, almost deafening silence. The mountains settle into their new forms, their breathing now a soft, almost imperceptible whisper. The city beyond, though scarred, seems momentarily stable, a fragile piece bought with immense, unseen cost. But the Titan's work has revealed something horrifying, something intentionally obscured for centuries. Collateral revelation dawns upon the crew, a brutal truth etched into the very reformed landscape. Entire neighborhoods were built atop areas designated as acceptable sacrifice zones, long ago planned. The Titan's brutal stabilization now exposes the true, horrifying, ancient blueprints of their world. They see newly formed chasms, precisely outlining areas once densely populated, now erased from the map. The system accounted for loss long ago, predetermining which lives were expendable in its grand design. Aerial scans revealed the geometric precision of the Titan's work, a cold, calculated, brutal efficiency. These sacrifice zones were not random casualties. They were pre-selected, silently condemned for generations. The crew stares in stunned silence, a chilling realization twisting their guts with profound moral horror. Their city, their lives, were built upon a foundation of predetermined, pre-approved, systematic destruction. Stabilization saved millions. Yes, but at the unforgivable cost of erasing an entire, unsuspecting district. The faces of the lost, the innocent, flashed before their minds. A haunting, indelible, tragic montage. Anya feels a profound, crushing betrayal, a deep-seated anger at the architect of this monstrous system, who held the ultimate authority, the cruel power to decide acceptable loss for so many unsuspecting souls. The corporate narrative shatters, revealing a darker, more ancient truth about power and control. The crew's moral compass splinters, their loyalties fractured by this horrifying, undeniable revelation. One member, a young engineer, collapses, overwhelmed by the sheer brutal scope of this cosmic indifference. Another clenches their fists, a silent, burning rage simmering beneath their strained, weary composure. The Titan, now dormant again, stands as a silent monument to this brutal planetary calculus, unyielding. Its obsidian form reflects the bruised sky, mirroring the dark, shattered fragments of their own moral code. They realize the corporation merely inherited this system, a dark legacy of a forgotten ancient world. Internal corporate files, once cryptic, now reveal their horrifying, full, chilling implications. These documents detail planned evacuations for these very sacrifice zones that never actually occurred. The corporation knew they had the data, the warnings, yet chose to let the system take its brutal course. Loss was not prevented, but coldly, cynically expected. A predetermined outcome in their grand scheme. The crew uncovers communiques mentioning recharge completion and balancing the frames. Chillingly precise. The corporate leaders are not builders of mechs, but curators of a destructive, planetary, ancient ritual. They are caretakers of a system designed to maintain balance, even if it demands immense human sacrifice. The pilots, the chosen, are not heroes, but sacrifices, instruments in a cosmic, brutal, unforgiving game. Anya's resolve hardens, her initial awe replaced by a fierce, burning, righteous, profound indignation. The system demands completion, but at what ultimate price? At what cost to their very humanity. The Titan's work is finished. Its colossal body now integrated into the newly forged, brutal landscape. Its glowing runes fade, leaving behind only the scarred, reshaped earth, a testament to its power. The city settles, its tremors ceasing, a fragile, unsettling, calm descending upon the altered districts. But the peace is uneven, a jarring imbalance of life saved and lives brutally, irrevocably lost forever. The new skyline is jagged, broken, a stark reminder of the Titan's cold, unyielding, brutal efficiency. The air itself feels thinner, heavier, laden with the weight of unspoken truths, of profound, mortar to compromise. The crew stands amidst the devastation, their previous missions now viewed through a lens of grim, new understanding. Each awakened frame is not a weapon, but a position, a cog in a larger, ancient, ritualistic machine. They question everything, their purpose, their choices, the very nature of their desperate, ongoing fight. The feeling of singular resistance against this vast system now feels utterly, terrifyingly meaningless. The earth itself seems to sigh, a deep, resonant sound of ancient completion, of a temporary, fragile balance. The sky slowly clears, revealing a cold, indifferent moon, casting long, eerie shadows across the quarry. The Quarry Giant, now a permanent fixture, watches over the broken city, a silent, stony, brutal sentinel. Its ancient purpose fulfilled, it awaits the next stage, the next demand of the unwavering planetary system. The crew knows their path is now irrevocably changed, forever burdened by this horrifying new knowledge. They must confront the truth. They are merely pawns in a game far older, far larger than themselves. The core questions linger. Are pilots chosen? Or are they merely grown for this brutal, ancient purpose? If a machine is part of a circle, what happens when the circle remains incomplete, still awaiting its parts? The season's spine tightens. The hunt for remaining weekend Titans now carries a terrible new urgency. Each frame embodies a function, a critical component in a larger, accelerating planetary mechanism. As they awaken the others, the system accelerates toward balance, whether humanity consents or not. The horrifying realization dawns, a chilling premonition of their own inevitable, predetermined fates. One frame, they now suspect, has already been piloted. Its destiny irrevocably sealed by unseen forces. Its pilot wears one of their faces. A chilling thought, a terrifying, personal, intimate betrayal. The city settles, but unevenly, a new, unsettling, permanent tremor running through its very foundations. The air grows heavy with foreboding, a sense of impending, inescapable, profound doom for all. The Quarry Giant stands as a silent, grim prophet, its work a testament to a brutal, unyielding logic. The crew gathers their data, their shattered morale reflecting the broken, reshaped landscape around them. Their mission continues, but with a new, crushing weight of understanding, of horrifying, cosmic truth. They are not heroes saving the world, but unwitting participants in an ancient, destructive, planetary ritual. The memory of the erased district haunts them, a gaping wound in the city's newly formed, brutal geography. The thought of a future pilot, wearing their face, chills them to the bone. A terrifying, personal threat. The system demands completion, and they are merely instruments accelerating its horrifying, inevitable design. The sky above the quarry darkens once more, reflecting the turmoil within their weary, troubled souls. A cold wind sweeps through the desolate quarry, carrying whispers of forgotten prophecies, of ancient, dark pacts. The ground shudders one last time, a final, deep sigh from the earth, before a chilling, profound stillness. The Quarry Giant's mission is done, its silent vigilance, now a constant reminder of humanity's true place. They are not masters of their destiny, but mere components in a machine far older, far more powerful. The path forward is shrouded in darkness, illuminated only by the grim, unsettling glow of raw, harsh truth. The weight of future choices presses down, each decision now tainted by this brutal, new understanding. The city sleeps, unaware of the profound, horrifying secrets now unearthed, forever changing its fate. The crew prepares to leave, but they carry the indelible scars of this revelation etched upon their souls. The Quarry Giant remains, a colossal, stony sentinel, guarding the planet's brutal, ancient, fundamental balance. Its silent presence questions their very existence, their right to interfere with such primal forces. The earth thrums with residual energy, a faint echo of the Titans' immense, world-shaping, destructive power. They look back at the altered landscape, a testament to the system's unyielding, terrifying, cosmic will. The knowledge of the sacrifice zones burns in their minds, an unforgivable stain on their collective conscience. The corporate files confirm their worst fears, revealing a cold, calculated indifference to human life. The realization that pilots are grown for these frames sends a shiver of dread down their spines. Each frame is a position, and positions must be filled. A horrifying, inescapable, brutal truth. The system demands its completion, and humanity is merely a resource in its vast, ancient, planetary ritual. The future is a terrifying unknown, yet its shadow already looms, embodied in an occupied, final frame. The city's uneven settling is a constant, subtle reminder of the Titan's brutal, permanent, geological impact. Anya feels a deep, chilling sense of inevitability, a premonition of a coming, devastating, final confrontation. The journey continues, but the innocence is gone, replaced by a grim, hardened, profound understanding. They are now players in a game they never chose, bound by ancient rules, by cosmic, unyielding forces. The Night Engine, the final frame, holds a secret that will shatter their remaining hopes, their fragile peace. Its pilot, already chosen, already active, waits in the dark. A chilling, personal, ultimate betrayal. The Earth itself holds its breath, awaiting the completion of the circle, the final, brutal, cosmic act. The Quarry Giant stands, a dark, stony prophet of truths too vast, too terrifying for humanity to bear. Its silent gaze follows them as they depart, burdened by knowledge, by the weight of a shattered world. The system demands completion, and the final frame awaits, its secrets poised to unravel their very existence.